From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
All right, welcome back to Big Country Politics. We have Dr. David Young with the AISD Superintendent. Thank you very much for being on the show. We appreciate you being here.
Happy to be here. Look forward to our visit.
We are in one AISD Center where the school board meets, and there was a meeting here last week about and first of all, we want to talk about the new building, the CTE building that's going to be built. We're going to talk about school security as well. Okay. I want to get to that building first of all. It came in a little over budget. Tell us a little bit about that.
So this is we call it the LIFT Center, Leadership and Innovation for Future Technologies.
Okay.
It will house our career and technical education programs, as well as Adams will be housed in this building, which Adams, as you know, is a standalone high school that's a STEM magnet. And so we were surprised on bid day. With all of our projects, we're seeing the effect of lots of growth and expansion in the state of Texas and in Abilene in general, and bids have come in high. With respect to this project, the bids were higher even than we've seen. And so our construction budget was around $35.7 million for this facility. And the numbers were between $6 and $7 million higher than that. And so the action that the board took at our meeting last night was to rank the bidders. We use a competitive sealed proposal process. Mm-hmm. We received 3 proposals from 3 different general contractors. And so we go through an evaluation process that is not just about price, but price is a significant, it's weighted 65%. The other is about their prior history of projects, references, and their financials to make sure that they can do a job of this magnitude. And we got 3 great contractors. It really did come down to price because all things were equal in that other 35% for these contractors. Mm-hmm. And so what you do is you rank the bidders in priority order. So we have a number 1 contractor, 2, and 3. And so all the board did last night, and what we will do now is they ranked the bidders and authorized the superintendent to negotiate a contract, not to execute a contract. And so what we will do now, you can't talk to the contractors about numbers until they've been ranked. And so we will start with the number 1 bidder. And we will have a conversation about were the bid documents clear, are there clarifications that will affect price, are there redesign elements that will affect price, we've identified about 8 different trades that we want to have a specific conversation about that we believe will impact that number dramatically. Then you move into the last phase is kind of looking, are there substitutions for finishes or materials that could, without sacrificing quality or scope, lower the price. And so we will begin that process with the highest ranked bidder, which if we get to the number that we want to get to, then we will have a contract to bring back to the board to approve. If you can't get there with number 1, you say, okay, we're done, we didn't get there, and then you go to number 2 and you have the same conversation. Once you have gone on to number 2, you can't go back to number 1. So
can't go back to number 1. Okay.
In the procurement process, it has to be, you have to maintain the integrity of the process, right? They go through an exhaustive bid process and they give you their best number based on the bid documents. And so yes, you can only talk to number 1 at first. If you get to where you need to get, then you have a contract to bring back to the board to execute. That's the next step, is we will negotiate to a price and to a contract, and then we will bring it back to the board for approval, hopefully at their February 10th meeting. And so if you don't get there with number 1, you go to number 2. You try to get there with number 2. If you don't get there with number 2, you go to number 3. And there are only 3 in this instance. And so you may or may not get there with number 3. If you don't get there at number 3, then obviously you've exhausted the list of bidders. And so then you would be looking at rebidding the project, which would you wouldn't just rebid the same exact project. There would probably be some redesign elements and things. We are hopeful and confident that we're not going to get to that point. And my hope is that in this conversation with our top-ranked bidder that we'll get this thing back within budget.
And when you're renegotiating numbers, what are you renegotiating? Are you sacrificing design elements in the building? Sacrificing, maybe we don't build this wing, or what's that like?
Well, so you try to do it with things that are not going to negatively impact the student experience or the programming opportunities. Mm-hmm. So I'll just give an example. And Victor, I was a math teacher. I am not an engineer or a construction guy. Sure. Okay? But you might look at the mechanical system in a project, and there might be one type of air conditioning system spec that is a quality product. However, we can accomplish the same goal with a different type of system that might not be as expensive to install. Okay. And so you just kind of go through every division of the bid documents and you're looking at those things. And so you might change this floor tile for that. And that
was my question.
And that would
those
save,
are things you're looking at.
Yeah, those are smaller increments, obviously, when you get down to finishes like tile or paint or whatever, sure, versus changing out a significant system. But so the goal is not to cut classrooms, not to cut programs, but you do the things that honestly the general public, the students, the staff are not going to see that get us to that point.
Anything that we would do, like in our own house, if we're building a home and then we got to cut costs, those are the things we're going to look at. We're going to look at tile, we're going to look at sure, stuff like that. So that's kind of the same deal. It sounds like a long process.
Yes, and it will take a little while, and we don't have a ton of time because we're trying to open this building in August of 2021. And so as long as we don't lose too much time here, we'll still be okay getting done on the timeline.
All right, and when we come back, I want to talk about school security because we've had a couple of instances and a couple of campuses that we'll talk about as soon as we come back here on Big Country Politics.